we have this news courtesy of Hypebeast regarding one of my favorite brands out at the moment, maybe one of my favorite brands or the favorite brand of mine, headed by the one and only Demna, my boo. Balenciaga have opened pre-orders for its distressed Paris sneaker, which is for some reason absolutely captured the imagination of the timeline, so much so that everyone's really pissed off and giving their 2 cents on it. I don't really understand the outrage. We're living in this kind of, what do you call it, indie filth, grungy sort of like 2000 early 2000 sort of like feel at the moment at this sort of age. So if anything, this whole distressed, severely distressed trainer, artificially distressed sneakers or clothing makes a lot of sense, because it makes me immediately think of Little B. Back in the day when Little B blew up and he had those white Vans. Remember Little B white Vans? Let me see if I can do Little B white Vans. Do you remember? This is the thing. Little B would wear these Vans and he wouldn't take them out. I think it was because he wanted to make a certain amount of money at a certain day, but then they just became like a symbol of his. But then I guess maybe because he's from, where's he from? Is he from like San Fran or something, right? Maybe that was a thing too going on around there. Maybe it was a thing about people. What was this thing? What are those people called? They used to do that dance, that doogie dance, whatever it was called. There's something going on, but this just reminds me of that era where people were basically wearing and beating up their Vans to crazy levels. In the UK, what we had were Converses. We'd have like really beat up Converses, especially the white pairs, right? Those are the ones that everyone would kind of get beat up by. That's what people were wearing when they go to like hip hop shows, go to like indie shows, whatever. It would be like there was an actual thing. So when I see these Balenciaga distressed shoes, I immediately think of that, and I immediately think of whatever else is on the market now that's being distressed. Just recently, there was a report that was out there that Jordan Brand were considering making an Air Jordan 1 and basically making it to spec as when it came out in 85. And I was also saying at the time, why don't they just reverse and engineer an actual legit 85 Jordan high, Jordan 1 high, and basically make it to spec so that it has all the distress marks and the yellowing of the midsole, because clearly people want that sort of stuff. There's guys on Instagram now at the moment who, will take your Jordan and basically distress it for you and send it back to you for a fee. That's become a thing. So when I see people getting their knickers in a twist about stuff like this, I wonder if they're actually paying attention to what's actually going on out there. People have been doing this from day. Like, this is no different than what Virgil was doing in his trainers, what people were doing with the Mars Yards, what was happening when the flipping Triple S's, Balenciaga Triple, which I had originally dropped, they were purposely scuffed and marked. Even the new Balenciaga Defender, was it called Balenciaga? Was a Defender? This one. Even this shoe that's just recently come out, this Tire Defender sneaker, this is basically pre-distressed when you buy them brand new. They already come with like a weird, white chalky sort of overlay finish on them to make them look a little bit dusty. Like, this has been a thing for a while. This is not new. I understand maybe the price is maybe a bit crazy for what they are, like a canvas, Converse type high top, but I don't really see the issue personally for me. I wouldn't personally wear them for myself because I obviously don't think they would suit my feet. But in terms of what they are, I don't necessarily mind them. I really don't. This article here, Hypebeast says as follows: Balenciaga continues to grow in its footwear range. The Demna design pair deviates from previous shoes from the brand, which in recent years have single-handedly defined luxury. Both the highs and the lows come in either red or black, and there's another white colorway of the highs. Interestingly, it also seems that the colorway plays a part in deciding how much distressing you're likely to get. For the white iteration, Balenciaga opts for a light amount of distressing, adding a minor amount of frayed. However, the black colorway goes all out, adding heavy amounts of distressing on the upper all over. Here, the sole unit is also completely messed with Balenciaga branding scribbled on the inside. A toe cap is drilled. I actually wouldn't mind having this Balenciaga branding, on some other Balenciaga shoes I have actually on the instep. That actually looks pretty decent, not gonna lie. Take a look at it, and the mules retail for $495, while the white highs come at $625. So how much are the ones with all the scribbling on it? Because I think those are the ones everyone's getting their knickers in a twist for. Those ones might be the grand, because I guess they may be like hand distressed or something along those kind of lines, right? Let's check them out. So yeah, so there's this pair that's even more distressed than the others. I'm not sure if is that purposely done. Let's see. Why can't you see them when they're super distressed? I wonder what that's about, or they're just showing us a picture of one that they've distressed purposely at that, because it also reminds me a little bit of the what's it called? Is it Kevin McFred McFarlane? Was it Nike Vans? Was it a Vandal? Do you remember that? It was like a Vandal. Was it that? That people would chop up. It had like a foil print where you could chop it up and cut it up a little bit. Let's see, Kevin Nike Vandals. That's the one. Is that the one? Yeah, there we go. I found it. This one. Remember this? This came out ages ago, back in the day, where you could basically tear it up and stuff and cut little pieces out of it and burn little bits, and then you could get the underneath to show. What were they called? See if I can get the name. That's it. Sorry, it was Jeff McFredrich. That's his name. Not Kevin. It was Jeff. Jeff McFredrich Nike Vandals. These were really cool. And again, this is an era where people were going to like indie clubs and whatnot, moshing and whatnot, and they would wear these sort of things with skinny jeans, or what were they called? Or like, what were the other things people used to be called? Drop crotch pants. Like, this is a whole situation. So yeah, the shoe itself was like that, as you can tell with the upper, sort of like a gingham type upper, but underneath there was like a silver base, so that you could essentially cut them up and reveal the inside of them if you so wish. Some people would burn them, some people would do different things. Yeah, look, see, look what this guy did. He burned some bits of it, made it come out, but it ends up making it look like a really interesting sneaker. Actually, Nike Vandals very underrated, isn't it? Very underrated shoe, man. This was one of the premier shoes back in the day that people used to always wear, man. Vandals, they were really nice. That colorway, especially the classic. Wow, someone's selling Terminators for $5,000. Crazy. Okay, so I'm not the only one that maybe is thinking Vandals might have a flipping renaissance. Let's see how much they're going for on StockX. Crazy, isn't it? Let's see. Let's just type in Nike Vandals and see how much they're going for. $290 people are selling Nike Vandals for. Let's see, Nike Vandal high. Let's just search for all and see what happens, what pops up. Okay, not too bad, but they're all £100 though. They're nothing less than 100. They're all going for crazy amounts of money. Let's see how much you can get them for cheap. If people are selling them for less than lowest ask or lowest buy. What is it? Average sale. No, let's do lowest ask. Oh, fucking hell, this thing's so hard to use. Okay, lowest ask. Let's see that. Lowest ask on some Vandal is £66, which isn't too shabby, to be fair. But you know, most of these things, I'm assuming they probably won't even have them in my size. Let's just check them random. University red one, if they do have these available in a size 10. Let's see. Yeah, no, not in my size. So 288 in my size. Shit, Nike Vandals having a renaissance, isn't it? They're pretty expensive on a resale. Absolutely nutty. But yeah, that was what I wanted to make. What was I talking about anyway? Yeah, the Balenciaga Paris sneaker. Yeah, I don't really see the issue with it personally. I think they look pretty sick. I do like what they did with the prime pictures. It's clear that they maybe they've got ones that are fucked up, but they're not fucked up maybe to the level of the white ones that I saw on the Balenciaga website. But they're clearly using that image to drum up a bit of attention and get people talking. You know what I mean? So you can't hate on that really. Where is it? There, yeah. So this image, I haven't seen this picture or this level of shoe available for sale. They're just showing you what they're showing you on this site, obviously, as I've showed you here, but they're also promoting it using this image. So if anything, Demna's a master at marketing. He's a master at advertising, master at getting people riled up over nonsense things, because that's what they actually look like. They don't actually look like that when you purchase them. So it's a bit different, but still, people are getting crazy about it for whatever reason. But they're still $1,000 though, isn't it? That's pretty steep for what they are. But you know, luxury brands always gonna luxury, and it's just good anyway in general for see people wearing luxury brands and they're actually beat up instead of actually wearing luxury brands and being afraid to not flipping crease the toe box. That's what made me wonder, like, why people do that with Louboutins. I wonder if there's people out there who exist who buy Louboutin sneakers and actually wear them like sneakers and don't walk like a duck with them. Like, that's why maybe I'd love to actually purchase a pair, just to actually wear them as like actual trainers on a day-to-day basis instead of like being worried that they might crease. So what if they crease? Do you know what I mean? They're sneakers. They're ugly sneakers, but they're still sneakers. Fuck it.